Hello everyone, I've got November Sketchbox today. They're still using recycled boxes. I do remember this handsome eagle from a previous box. And there is the artist there if you're curious. Alright, we have a very large brochure I'm going to set aside, running into things. Usual. Looks like everything there. Pull it out, set this aside, see if we can get everything and move the rattly tissue paper. It's like pulling a tablecloth off. Alright, so I actually accidentally saw the teaser for this box, so I kind of know what's in here, but it's still exciting. We have Sketchbox Premium Mixed Media Graphite Box, and I'm hoping, because I do have some Derwent Graphitin pencils and pans, I'm hoping I've got colors that I don't have. Here, we'll just go over the not so exciting. It's a 6-well art palette. Useful, however, I do have a few of these, and I prefer ceramic or porcelain over plastic anyway. But they're nice and light, can throw it in a bag. So this is a $1.29 retail value. It's kind of like, meh, they just throw it in there. Not super exciting, but I'm gonna use it. And then, let's see. We have the cute sticker. It looks a little smaller this time, and I like it smaller. Beautiful artwork here by Ruben Negron. I don't know, I probably butchered that. I'm sorry, Ruben. Alright, this also is, I don't know, I'm feeling mid on, to use a young person term. Mixed Media Graphite Powder. Why am I feeling that way? Probably because I love color. For one. 2, I don't use graphite a lot. And 3, I may possibly have something if the same-ish or similar in my stash. However, this is what I have, so let's have a look. Ooh, good, it's protected. We're gonna take that off. Oh boy. And it's messy. Did I mention that? I tend to avoid things that get me messy. I don't know. I don't like the feel of it. So it says this blendable and paintable graphite powder can create a rich range of values. As a dry medium, it is great for toning a surface and can be mixed with water to be used as a painterly medium. This is a like almost $10 item. Cha-ching. And it's on me. Already. Goodness. So yeah, that's my personal bias, is not loving that part. Scoot this over here. We have a substrate here, something to paint on, the Stillman & Byrne Zeta White, 270 GSM, 4x6, 15 sheets of that, and it's mixed media paper, perfect for both wet and dry. I'm gonna throw some wet at it and see how it goes. But first, let's try to do some dry, huh? I had an idea here. This is what I was looking for. Just a basic cosmetic makeup sponge, because what I wanted to do to try this out, and I didn't want to use my finger or the paintbrush, is kind of tone this paper, kind of. So this is what it was saying. One thing we can do with this, you know, that's very light. Okay. Now I've used a ton of the paper there, but I just put that on there, and what I thought would be a fun thing, exercise, is you tone the paper and you draw with an eraser. Now this didn't come in the box. I love this little Derwent thing, but so basically it's like negative painting, but it's a fun way to do something different with your art. And this might be a cute thing to do in a sketchbook. Boop. And there we go. A quick little flower with my eraser. This one was just faster for video. I could use any, actually, right now, but I do have this tiny one, this Mono Zero. I was looking for a thicker one, and this one is just, you know, you have to use manual power. But it works just as well for carving in, say, a highlight. But if you even wanted to draw your picture, you can do that with an eraser. I like that. It's kind of fun. And so maybe that's how I'll use this. This is the Jacquard. I I don't want to spend so much effort on this, and that's a long name, but we're just gonna give it the name for the swatching purpose. So eraser, we didn't get one in the box, but it's a fun way to use this powder. And I could put a little in here, I suppose. Maybe we'll mix some with some, a little, my goodness. Okay, that was a lot. That's kind of how it happens, though. This is going to be an awkward, I know what it needs. It's a little awkward, one of these tiny little plastic spoons. That's a little easier. I also have this little guy, but, you know, yeah, no more dumping. I don't think that's a good idea there. And I love a good pipette. This is also from my stash. Pulling in all kinds of things. Okay, I'm putting a little water there, and we'll let that sit there. And let's have a look. This is kind of a chaotic opening, huh? Sketchbox Signature, a flat shader in a number 6. A little bit of sizing. I have my little water pot just to my side here. And oof, I don't really want to put graphite powder on my new paintbrush, but it's gotta be okay, right? See this new plastic palette? This is one of the things I don't love about plastic. It's really beating up. You can kind of tone that down with, what is it? There's a couple ways. Like a white eraser, or one way is to rub your glue stick on it, like a clear glue stick, and then wipe it off. Let it dry, wipe it off, or clean it off. I don't know. Yeah, maybe look that up, because obviously my information is a little scattered there, a little scatterbrained. That's my usual state of being. Okay, what else is in here? We have lovely tips here. Dry value range, wet value range. One thing to note, and I think I saw this in their video, is it's a bit streaky. Can you see that there? That's even in their example. So, and this isn't dry yet, but when you use it wet, it's a different look. It's a little more streaky. I kind of like more precise. All right, we got our pencils, Derwent Graphitin pencils. I like these. Used them. I have 2, I think. Just 2 in my collection. And then we have the Derwent Graphitin pan set. Ooh, I'm really excited because it looks like I wanted, oh yes, I really was hoping ocean blue was in there, and it looks like it is. We'll get to that in a minute. So I'm just gonna put, yeah, let's go Derwent and Graphitin. This one is Juniper. I think that one of the pans that I have is Juniper. Now this is not going to be a pure swatch because I put all that graphite all over, but I'm trying. And then we have Green Gray. Sounds different. I don't know what the one I have is, but I don't think I have Green Gray. That's exciting. And Cocoa. I know I don't have Cocoa. Whoa! I thought this would be more brown. That looks, it's kind of warm looking. Look, you can see more of my mess. Hopefully I've got all the graphite off of this. I can't tell. Alright, let's see what happens. We're gonna wet it. Yes, the paper does seem very mixed media and not watercolor. But I mean, it did say it's mixed media paper. So I'm trying not to compare it to watercolor paper, which would handle water a lot better. I feel like you're gonna have to I'm gonna have to maybe be a little more gentle in my application. Ooh, that is a nice color. That color reminds me of a nice red squirrel. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the others. I just realized I have this lovely thing. It is a Caran d'Ache palette. Smooth on this side and a little rough on this side, which the rough side is great for pencils. And you can also do this with like your classic masking tape that has a slightly rough texture, especially if it's the light color masking tape, because then you can really see what you're doing there. So, but I have this palette, which I love for these kind of things. Look at that, it just turns it into a watercolor. So, yeah, it's subtle. I mean, it is graphitant, so it's kind of a moody palette, which is great for fall, I think. This is not going to be vivid, bright colors. It's going to be kind of toned in a gray. Kind of a stormy look. Oops, did I just put that in there? But I like these colors. Ooh, I really am liking that juniper. It's kind of like a little grape color. Alright, let's see about the pans. I don't have a whole lot of white space left. Let me get some white back from the paper. That's nice that, you know what, that powder erases really well. So that's something. Oh, these are not labeled. I'm gonna need to label these. But, oh, we have 3 little colors, and the one I was really excited to see that I have is the ocean blue, so I want to try that first. Get some agitation there. Oh yeah, I love this color. I am a big fan of blues in general, but this is just a lovely color. It does look like ocean. You can spread it out to be sky. It's a moody, stormy color there. I like it a lot. Then we have another brown, autumn brown. Let's look at Meadow. Meadow! It's possible I've had this color. I can't remember. No. You know what? The 2 pan colors that I have 2 from like a previous box, are I think an ink blue, it's some sort of dark blue, and then juniper. I do believe juniper is the other pan I have, so that'll be fun to see how they work together. Those 2. This is a very yellow-green. It's making me think of grass, like spring grass or something. Alright, let's see about the autumn brown. Autumn brown, and whoa! I wasn't expecting that. Can you see that? Wow, it's like red. It looks red to me. Ooh, like a burgundy or merlot. Yeah, I don't think this looks very brown. Alright, I need more paper, because you know what? I'm really curious about some mixtures here. I'm gonna put some Meadow down there. And I'm gonna put some autumn not so brown down there. And let's see what happens when we mix them. Ooh. Okay, we got more brownish. Yeah, I'm seeing more brown when those 2 come together. Let's put some there, and that's the combo. Oh yeah. You know, that's funny, it looks a lot like the cocoa color when you mix those 2. Now, I like this paintbrush so far. It's fun. Ooh, oh, love green. I guess I like greens a lot too. Look at that green. This is, excuse me, this is ocean blue, my new favorite Derwent Graphitant color, and Meadow together, hanging out to make a beautiful green color. Okay, I'm just having fun playing with these colors here. Look at that, and I bet you could get even more of like a turquoise. Well, let's see. If we add more of the blue to it, it's more of a teal, but look at that. Beautiful. And then we have not added, I've done this one. Let's see. Can we get a purplish hue? Because autumn brown is so reddish. It does seem like the stronger one of these 2 is the blue. That's lovely. Let's see what this... Oh yeah. It's a nice very moody shade. Oh, I like that for shadow. That's a nice shadow color there. So we had this one and that one. They make friends in the purple department. Whoops. Let's see. We've got, I don't want to see cocoa just yet. I want to see purple, juniper rather. And what was this one? Green gray. Let's see what happens here. And we'll just, oops, I forgot where my paintbrush was. I might need a little more. Looks like we're getting a brown color, which I do not have the color wheel in my head right now. That's probably, let's see. Oh, it's an interesting shade of color. Whoops. I needed more water there. I don't like the water. I don't want to do mixing on this paper. I don't think that's gonna work very well. I think I definitely, yeah, because it kind of just disappeared there. Very interesting. I think that's it for the supplies here. But I do like the use of the graphite powder in this way to tone, maybe even do like a value study, and then, ooh, it'd be interesting to do your painting in the graphite and then put color on afterwards. That might be an interesting thing to try too. I think I'm gonna play with these a little more and then maybe I'll do like a little piece of art. Alright, let's see what's next. Okay, I forgot to mention also the prompt for this month is hair, which isn't really speaking to me. So I was kind of gonna go into a fall theme here, and I painted my nails in the interim. Not great, but hey, that's why they look different. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is first go in and define like the edges of a leafy farm with, actually, I'm gonna use the makeup sponge and some of the powder, and then I think I'll speed this section up. So I did the whole like the outside of the edges of the leaves with the powder. I don't know how I feel about that. Also, I seem to often be struggling with the supplies because I seem to just pick the most difficult way, or the way that doesn't seem to work well with it, because the mixed media paper is not the best thing to throw a ton of water at. I feel like this method with all the water would have worked better on watercolor paper. Shocker, I know. I don't know if it's me or the supplies that they picked, but I think this would have, I mean, it would have been less frustrating for me because I wanted the colors to mingle and make beautiful leaf colors. But, you know, I mean, that's not that paper. It's mixed media paper, so it's not watercolor paper. However, I did like how it turned out, and I tried a few different, there's so many different techniques you can use with the pans and the pencils. Well, the pans, it's like a lot of watercolor techniques, but the pencils, you can do so many, it's so versatile, and you'll see later in a little bit here, I use them direct to the paper, I use them on the palette and turn them into watercolor, and then I even do something with the pencil where I'm like dipping the pencil in the color and using it onto the paper, and you could also just use a paintbrush and wet the paintbrush to the tip of the pencil. So I do love that about these particular supplies, about the watercolor type method pencils. Here you see, that's what I'm talking about there. Fun stuff. Overall I like this box, and this is my finished piece. I feel like it needs like fine line, but we didn't have that, so I didn't put that on there. But I like how it turned out. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful and creative day. Bye!